Activist Ahmed Timol, Minister of Justice and Correctional Services Ronald Lamola, and the Gauteng Premier David Makhura and UN Human Rights Commission Chair Yasmin Sooka are amongst the guest speakers who will pay tribute to Timol today at an event hosted by the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation and the Timol family. A new book titled Nothing But the Truth, Portrait of Ahmed Timol, will also be released. For more on this, let's cross live to SABC senior reporter Chriselda Lewis, who's covering the story. A very good morning to you. Chriselda, give us a sense of what's happening where you are.
Well, Desiree, today marks the 50th year since the death of anti-apartheid activist Ahmed Timol. Timol was killed in detention on this day in 1971. His body thrown out of the window of the 10th floor of the then John Foster Square police station, which you would now know is known as the Johannesburg Central Police Station. So the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services, Ronald Lamola, the Gauteng Premier David Makhura, as well as the UN Human Rights Commission Chair Yasmin Sooka are amongst the guest speakers who will pay tribute to Timol here together with his family. So wreaths will also be laid this morning here at his grave at the Roodepoort Muslim Cemetery. And essentially, Desiree, as the family, the Timol family basically remembers their loved one, the wreath basically received no justice. The anti-apartheid, or the apartheid-era policeman, in fact, João Rodrigues, who was charged with the murder of Timol, had basically died before the trial could start, and the matter was then removed from the court roll. Rodrigues was believed to have been the last person to see Timol before he had died. Also remember that there had also been a first inquest into Timol's death, which ruled that he had jumped basically from the window of that police station, but his family persisted and a second inquest was opened, and it had basically overturned the finding of the first inquest. You'll also note, Desiree, that in the second inquest, Timol's fellow detainees called to be witnesses detailed how they were tortured and how they basically heard screams of Timol. And Desiree, pathologists and experts also detailing, according to some of the pictures examined, that Timol was basically tortured and knocked on his knees. So while the family is commemorating this day here today, remembering Ahmed Timol, they've received no justice. A public event is also going to be held at the Johannesburg Central Police Station this afternoon, where Timol was killed, to remember him. That one then is reserved for the public, while this one is where the family, as well as the Justice and Correctional Services Minister, will be laying wreaths here at the Roodepoort Muslim Cemetery to remember Ahmed Timol.
Hope to take you back to Chriselda as and when official proceedings begin there. Let's take a quick break as we chase the top of the next hour.